do you typically write by yourself, or do you enjoy like co-writing sessions?
So I'm always writing, like in my free time. I'm at my guitar, my piano, writing songs and usually I do love collaborating in the studio. I think that's really important and bringing in ideas and concepts and having someone else also, bring another component to an idea is super powerful. And there are ways that other people can see things and just a change of perspective is always great. And I think collaboration is amazing. So I love co-writing as
Yeah, I
well.
love that. So I'm curious because these people all seem to be in a web. Have you met Josh Cumby or Mickey Blue yet?
Mickey Blue, we worked with Jordans. That was this. She's so
She,
sweet.
yeah,
I'm so sad she's not in LA. She's in
yes,
London.
exactly. So I had her. She's a Jersey girl though. Um,
Oh, right. Yeah, but
yeah,
she's living
in
in
London.
London
Yeah.
now.
Which was very funny because I had her on the channel a long, like maybe 6 months ago, but we were connecting through Instagram, and she sent me her WhatsApp number to communicate easier, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm in London, you know." We were communicating for like a month before we ended up booking. This is a really funny story. And we were figuring out a time. She's like, "Yeah, I'm in GMT time, UK." I was like, "Okay." So as soon as we got on the Zoom call, and she said hello, I was in like shock, I guess, because I was like, "Oh, I was expecting a London accent, and we have this Jersey accent," and I was just like very confused as to whether I was like, "Am I on the wrong? Did I open the wrong?" Like,
Who's this person? It's
it took
like
me a second to calibrate because the whole time it's funny, like being a YouTuber, I guess is the term, which I've never really thought I'd say that out loud. But what was it?
embrace it. It's amazing.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, absolutely. It is. But I have people that comment pretty frequently on the channel, and they sound like New Yorkers to me because I read their comments through my New York accent. And then when you actually speak to them in person, or like same thing with Mickey, and they don't, it's like, whoa, you sound so different than I expected.
That's so funny. Do you think I have a New York accent? Or
Slightly. It's not like New York, or it's not like a Staten Island or Brooklyn accent, or definitely not like a.
really strong one. I can't hear it. So I always ask everyone else around me, but everyone says like, "Oh my goodness, like your mom is such a New Yorker and it's super raspy."
You know what though? You sound like everybody around here, so I guess you do have a New York accent. I wouldn't be able to necessarily hear it.
You're just numb to
Exactly.
it at this point.
Exactly. No, that's too funny. So what's the next step? So you just released. I think the last music video I saw you released was from January, right? Almost a year
Yeah.
ago. So what's the next
So
step?
I've been album for the past, since I've been in LA, and I am actually releasing, I announce it tomorrow, but I'm releasing a Christmas song to kind of gear up for this next chapter, and it really is a nice segue into what's to come. The producer who's producing my entire did it with me, and it reflects what's coming next. So I'm super excited. I've always wanted to release a holiday song, and this is my time now, and I can't wait.
I love first of all making and also listening to Christmas music. Every time it's come on recently, I don't know what about it is about this year, but my wife has it on pretty frequently in the house, and every time I walk in the door and it's on, I'm like, am I in a movie? Like I just feel immediately like I'm in a movie.
You're like in a Hallmark movie, life is good, it's gonna have a happy ending. It's just, I think this year it feels different because like we're finally able to celebrate the holidays. Like Thanksgiving felt like a true Thanksgiving because I mean I don't know about you, but I last year we just did Thanksgiving with our immediate family, like my mom, my sister, and my stepdad, because we usually do like a huge gathering, which we couldn't do due to COVID. So this year we finally got to all convene again, and it was so special. So this really feels like a holiday season, whereas last year didn't, didn't feel like a true holiday. So the Christmas music hits different this year.
That is a lyric for a song. Christmas music hits different.
It's true. I could have done that for my song
You
next
know
time.
what? What's it called?
So I'm doing a rendition of Christmas Baby Please Come Home, that holiday classic, and it's really special because Jeff Barry wrote the song, and he's a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee, and he's written almost every song you love from the '60s. And we met a few months ago in LA, and really just connected. And he's been writing with me on my project.
Wow.
Which is super special, especially given this project has a throwback quality to it and a retro feel. It even had, before I had met him, had sampled some of his music, which was so crazy of a coincidence, and it really felt like the universe had aligned for us to meet and work together. So he has been an incredible mentor, and I've so enjoyed working with him. So I wanted to do a Christmas song, and this is like one of my favorite songs, and of course it turns out he wrote it, because like what hasn't he written? And it's really special to me to have him be a part of this song, and it then does really reflect on the music that's coming, because he's working on it with me and Kizzo and Autumn Rowe, the other writer.
I love that. It's so wild to see how life does that, how things work out. We grow up listening to these people, and then you have the opportunity to meet them, or the connections. Like, it's so cool. It's just such a surreal feeling.
Yeah, and what's really crazy about this story is I was with my mom. She was visiting me in LA. This is a few months ago, and we were just looking for a spot to eat. So we go to this hotel like right across the street, and it turns out to be closed, but like for dinner. So we're like just sitting for this private event, and then we're sitting looking for a new spot to go to, and I run into our producer I know who's like working at the event, and he's like, why don't you just crash it with me? And I was like, okay. So we end up going, and my mom of course like, yes, we're gonna go party it out. I'm like, no, I just wanted like a chill dinner. But I end up sitting next to Jeff Barry, this writer, and it's kind of just, it's like what I was saying earlier, like being open-minded and like getting out of your comfort zone, and just being open to meeting new people, trying new things, getting out of the house and stuff like that. Because it really, you never know where it can lead, especially somewhere like LA. You never know who's in the room, what could happen.
So is that how you met him the first time?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
stop.
For my party crashing moment. Yeah, it's wild.
Oh man, that's awesome. I love that.